downfield. Can they do it again? Yes, they can!
And the catch is made by Taj Washington. Touchdown, USC.
Blocked by Embiid! Timmy, yes!
What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the Pick Swap Media YouTube channel. My name is Sean Barnard as usual, and we're here doing something a little bit different today. I'm excited to be talking with Dasear Haskins. You know him, the Camden Standout, and now St. Joe's commit. So, Dasear, congrats for that. Appreciate you coming on, and how you doing today?
Appreciate you for having me on here. I'm just blessed. I signed my NIL today, my national letter of intent, so that just released. So now I'm just ready to work, staying in the gym.
Yeah, absolutely. So all official. And to give a little backstory on all this here. So Ryan and I each write for City of Basketball Love. Shout out Josh Verlin and everyone else over there. Got everything you need to know for kind of the Philly area hoops at the high school level and college as well. So we had a chance to check out Dasear play at the Donofrio Classic. I was impressed by his game. Ryan got a chance to interview him after. You can check out the article on the website as well for our notebook and stuff like that. And then Ryan kind of set this up. So Ryan, I'll toss it over to you. First off, a little intro, how you doing? And feel free to take the reins.
Yeah, thanks for having me again, Sean. Glad to have Dasear on here. This is pretty cool for us. Since we transitioned over into kind of these YouTube videos, Dasear is our first big time guest, big time athlete coming on the show. So excited to kind of break this new part of the show in and get going. But last week when we talked, Dasear, you were telling me, I believe it was on Tuesday or Wednesday we talked. You said that weekend coming up was kind of your recruitment goal to make your commitment. You mentioned you had a nice visit to Texas A&M Commerce, and then you had a St. Joe's visit coming up and potentially San Diego. But St. Joe's didn't let you out the door after you went there on Friday. Can you just kind of go through that visit and what made you commit there?
It was a great visit. Of course, it was unofficial as well, but I'm going to take my official. But it was an unofficial. I met the coaches. The people really wasn't on campus yet, so I really didn't get the campus feel. Mm-hmm. But the coaches made it very welcoming. I already know the players. I know Len Greer, Rasher Fleming. I played with him. I know Xavier Brown. I know Ant, and I know Sean. So I really know a lot of players that's going in, a lot of players that's there. I know Chris. He's a freshman that's going there. He redshirted last year. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the guy from from France or something?
Yeah. I met him doing unofficial, and it was great. So I just felt like I felt at home. I felt like I was wanted there. I felt like we could win. I think I was the missing piece, and I just wanted to get it done.
Yeah, this is a program under Coach Lang where when he first got there, the roster was gutted. That's right when everyone could start transferring and not have to sit out. But steadily, they've improved. Won a few games in the A-10 tournament this year, and they look like they might be a team ready to take off. What, I guess, is his vision for you as well as the rest of the program as they're heading forward?
Like you said, he said they're ready to take off. And they said if he was just telling me if I signed to them, I would be a big factor for them to take off. So I was just trusting in him. He believed in me. I believe in him. So we just ready to take off, ready to win, and ready to compete.
And you mentioned Dasear, your future or your former teammate at Camden. Now your future teammate here. Was he kind of chirping in your ear about come to Hawk Hill with us?
Yeah. I mean, he wasn't big in the recruitment. He would just tell me do everything I feel right. That's what we love to do. We not try to pressure anybody. Of course, he was like, yo, you might as well just come to Hawk Hill. But he wasn't trying to pressure me as well. But yeah, Rasher, he's a great player, great friend, great person off the court, on the court. So playing with him and being with him again, it was an honor.
Mm-hmm. And another cool thing I think is about this recruiting class is you've kind of seen it with Coach Lang over the past few years. He's tried to bring in a bunch of local guys, and you're another local guy coming from Camden. Like you were saying, you got X going in with you. You got Ant. Sean is another local kid, even though he played in a few different spots in high school. Was kind of that being back at home type thing and put it on for your area another good part of, I guess, why you decided to take St. Joe's as your school?
Yeah, because it's not like winning at home, winning where your family can cheer you on, all the supporters there. Just everybody you so close with, like the tri-state. So the whole tri-state just putting off the city it's a blessing.
Mm-hmm. You got anything, Sean?
Yeah, and I want to talk a little bit of kind of your experience at Camden, and obviously a ton of talent on that team. Guys, easy to get overshadowed by just how talented the roster and all the other. What was that kind of like, the experience going through with all the other players and making sure that you kind of still made yourself known but finding that balance?
Well, I've been playing with most of the guys since 6th grade. I've been playing with DJ, Sion. I went to school. I went to school, middle school, Bug. We've been familiar since 6th grade, 7th grade. So we all been playing middle school basketball. Played for team final. Yeah, we played for team final 6th grade with the yup. So we was familiar with each other. So going to Camden wasn't a big transition for me. It was just like playing with my guys I normally play with in general. Only thing transition for me is just high school basketball. It's different, and the Camden basketball is way different. The supporters is nothing. I don't think there's no high school team like Camden basketball. The fans, the supporters is crazy. So it was just like it's not really me getting overlooked. 'Cause we all competitors and we all want to win. So it's not really like me playing with the good players or great players or me just getting overlooked. Now we all seen it as a big win.
Yeah, for sure. And that kind of experience, like I totally agree with you. You said that Camden is not just another high school with it. There's always kind of cameras, lights, attention to what's going on there. What was that experience like for you? And were you kind of prepared for that, or did that catch you off guard?
No, I wasn't prepared for it. I don't think none of us was as when high school hit. Because when high school hit, that's when the rankings and all that stuff really come out and stuff like that. But I don't think none of us were prepared for it. We really wasn't worried. We were never really worried about the cameras and stuff like that. We always worried about playing with each other. And if we good with each other, then we really wasn't worried about nothing else.
Yeah, and the saying goes, iron sharpens iron, and having the talent that you guys had, what was it like just going against each other every day at practice, guys like DJ and everyone else? Do you think that was a major contributor to your growth as a player, especially of late?
Yeah, we would be competing hard in practice. Like, we would go at each other in practice, and we all hate losing. Like, even if one team got to lose, one of us got to lose one day. So we always competing. It's 3-on-3s, boxing out drills, like everything we compete in. So we always that just made it so much closer as a team, so much harder to beat. I feel that.
Yeah, and I wanted to ask a little bit about your game specifically too. You got a nice mix of skills of what you can do. A guy that can shoot it from the perimeter, can obviously rise up and dunk, catch alley-oops. What do you envision for yourself as your kind of role within a team in an offense, or just whatever the team needs from you?
Yeah, whatever the team needs from me. I feel like whatever the team needs, I can bring. Whether it's playmaking, whether it's just rebounding, whether it's just defense, whether it's just me shooting the ball when I'm open, whatever the team needs, I'm gonna try to bring to the table, and I'm gonna try to go full as I can. So that's really my game.
Are there any players you would say you kind of have like a stylistic influence from, or guys that you've modeled your game after at all?
Model my game after Coach Billy Land. He said he liked me as Mikal Bridges.
Okay.
I've been watching him since Coach said it. I don't really model my game after nobody. I watch a lot of people. Like, I always watch people I'm close with. So, like, I've been close with Dwayne Wagner, so I've been watching him. Even though I'm not like a small guard like him, but I've been trying to get a little tips off him. Who else? My cousin Kevin Walls. I've been watching him. I've been just watching people I'm close with. I really don't watch, like, besides like Kevin Durant. But other than that, I've just been watching like people I'm around, so I can get off tips of the great players I'll be around.
Yeah, I think a real unique part about your game and what you bring to the table is, and you kind of saw it at Donofrio as well, you're not a guy that needs the ball in his hand and needs to dribble it 20, 30 times to go get your shot. You can sit in the corner and knock down a three. You can get the ball in transition and go to the cup. And I think playing at Camden with some of those more ball-dominant guys, it's going to help you slide in right away at St. Joe's when you're playing with guys like Eric Reynolds and Lynn Greer, who are going to be doing most of the damage with the ball in their hands. Can you just kind of talk about, I guess, your potential transition from your role at Camden to being like a similar type of role, I think, at St. Joe's next year?
Well, yeah, I don't need to be effective with the ball in my hand. The ball going to come along to the team. We all share the ball. Even I watch St. Joe's, they share the ball. So if the ball don't gotta be in my hand for me to affect the game, me put my name on the game, me affecting it. So the ball really gotta touch my hand. Another thing, just rebounding. When you rebound, the ball gonna come to you. So that's really what I need to do.
Yeah, and I think you're a good enough ball handler right now as well to grab the rebound and kind of take it off the glass and push at your size. I think that really helps you project well to be a player at the next level eventually. Sean was just kind of showing some clips from arguably the biggest high school game in the Philadelphia area in the past decade and you had a big day in that one, and it was at St. Joe's. Can you just kind of go into that Imhotep Camden game and where you knocked down 4 big threes to help you guys get that big time win?
that game, we treat it like any other game. We treat that game like we were playing against Morristown or somebody like that.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't look at it different. We ain't practice different. We ain't do nothing different. It was a regular game for us. It was just a little extra hype. But it was fun because I know Justin Edwards and Ramir Berno and Mod, and I know I know all of the team. So it's just like it was just playing against your guys again in front of everybody, just trying to compete. I'll be on the game with Justin and all that all the time. So we're just playing against them, competing. We really wasn't worried about the hype and all that. But me, I was just hitting shots. That's all I was doing, just playing my game. Nothing different.
You had a great opportunity, I think, during your high school days to play for two really good coaches, and Coach Bronson, who's obviously now elevated to the NBA, and Malik Waynes, who's an all-time city guard. What did you really learn from them? And I guess, and you're going to be able to take to the next level with you from those two great former players and coaches.
Them two coaches were great. I feel like them two coaches, they taught me a lot. I don't know where I would be at without them coaches for real. Or when I came in my freshman year with Coach Rick, oh man, I don't know if y'all know who Coach Rick is, but Coach Rick, he crazy. He had called timeout in a couple seconds of the game, like. Yeah, so Coach Rick definitely, he said one thing I always remember. He said, I don't know how to coach, I know how to motivate. So that's one thing he told us, like, he don't know how to coach us. He just know how to motivate us to be good players and be good people off the court and on. So Coach Rick was definitely a big part, and I still talk to him to this day. So I definitely appreciate him, and it's all love over here. And Coach Malik, he came and picked it up. That was his first ever coaching job at Camden High School. You wanted to come. You didn't coach nowhere else, but you want to come coach one of the top teams in the country. So I definitely applaud him for taking that job and taking that role. And I learned a lot from him as well this year.
Yeah, and one of the things that I think led to this coming together is I noticed, me and Ryan noticed that you have a little podcast of your own that you're doing. Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Yeah, it's definitely it's a school project, but I'm definitely going to take it. I don't want people to know it's a project because they're going to think I'm not trying to pursue it as well, but I'm trying to pursue that as well. I've been doing stuff since freshman year. In my school, it's like something we do internships where you can go and you can explore what you like, your passions and interests. And I'm interested in being a sports commentator eventually when the ball starts bouncing for me. So even when the ball bouncing, I still can have a podcast and be a sports commentator on the side as well. So a sports commentator. I was going to my official plan. I was going to commentate one of the girls' varsity games and one of our JV games, just for them to get exposure and media time as we get. So, and me just commentating, practicing, learning how to do it, just little stuff like that. But the season, it was hectic, and I couldn't get to it. So I looked into a podcast, and a podcast is very good. I liked it a lot. So now I'm 35 Conversations. I go to a studio, and it's right outside of Camden. I work with D2 Network. Shout out to D2 Network. I work with them to do it, and it's just great. I'll have a lot of people coming on. I can't tell y'all who's going to come on next. I have a lot of people coming on next. A lot of great people, and you're going to keep going.
Yeah. I peeped the one with where you had DJ, and you had his name escapes me, but the kid who plays football at Camden, and that was some pretty good stuff, especially for someone young like you who's just getting started in the game.
Yeah, most definitely. Appreciate it.
Yeah, and especially with kind of like the era we live in with players doing more podcasts everywhere, and just how media has taken over. So is that kind of the path that you're going down, and is that what you're pursuing at St. Joe's as well?
Yeah, because Coach Billy said he was doing he did communications or something like that in college or something like that. So we're definitely gonna try to pursue that. I'm gonna get him on the podcast as well, and we're gonna talk. And this is going to be great. So I'm definitely going to pursue that in college, most definitely.
Yeah, very cool. And outside of that, what else are you into outside of basketball, podcasting? Are there any other hobbies or things that you have of interest?
I like to play the game and chill with my family and friends. I'll probably go chill with my friends today. Just chill with my family and friends. I really don't do nothing else. But I'm a kid as well, so I definitely love to hang out with my friends and my family.
Cool. Ryan, you got anything else?
Yeah, I guess my last kind of thing is when we were talking last week, I asked you, what do you bring to a college program? And you looked at me and you said, just look at my background. I come from Camden and I'm a winner. Bringing that kind of energy and that kind of personality, I think, to St. Joe's is something that I think they need to help them get to that next level and push them over to the top. you just kind of go into that winning mentality that you have and that energy I think that you're going to be able to bring to the floor from day one?
I'm not gonna say I know how to win, but I just know what it takes. Like I know how hard we got to work to win at a consistent and high level.
Mm-hmm.
And I know if I'm not working, well, high school and college is different. Well, I know if I'm not working harder than I work in high school, we're not gonna win. So I know what it takes to win. I've been winning my high school career. My whole high school career is great. So I'm just expecting to come in there and just be a winner. And I talked to Xavier and Elaine and all. We're all trying to win.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another thing. In Camden, we was all competing and we all wanted to win. So it was nobody else wanted to try to get off the boat. We was all on the same boat. We was all competitive, and then winning just came to us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and one last thing for me here too. I like the way that Ryan said energy too, because that's something that stood out to me in your game. And even there was a moment in the game that we watched where you pulled yourself up off the rim and slapped the backboard, which was for me one of the moments that took the night. And kind of obviously not getting technical fouls and everything that comes along with it is not the goal, but just that show of energy and passion is something to me that's a positive. So is that something that you take upon yourself, like even when the shots are not falling or whatever? Energy is something that you're always looking to bring.
Yeah, most definitely. This one, I can't control if my shot's not falling or I can't play make at the time. I can't control that stuff like that. But I know I can control who work harder than me. So I know I can control that. So I don't want nobody ever to work harder than me on the court or play harder than me. So I definitely could bring the energy for my team.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. Well, Dasear, I appreciate you coming on with us, talking with us today. I'm excited to watch what you have in the future at St. Joe's and wherever else life takes you. So, yeah, once again, thank you. Thank you to everybody watching. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't as well. Dasear, we will tag you in all the posting for everything, and make sure to tap in with what he's got going on with the podcast as well.
I definitely appreciate y'all. It's an honor for being on here, and I'm definitely going to tap in with y'all as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Peace
Thanks,
out, everyone.
Dasear.
All right,